Rain hammers the bay window like a relentless creditor, turning the Navarro family's suburban haven in Charlotte into a watery cage. At 2 a.m., 47-year-old real estate agent Lisa Navarro slumps over her kitchen island. The mortgage statement clutched like a death warrant, $2,850. Monthly now a beast that's swollen to swallow half her family's hard-earned income since rates climbed to 6.2%. Her husband Greg, a mechanic sidelined by shop slowdowns, freezes in the doorway, his shadow long and defeated as their 12-year-old son whimpers from nightmares down the hall. "Daddy, are we moving again?" Lisa's tears hit the paper, smudging the final notice that threatens to strip their renovated four-bedroom, their post-divorce fortress, poured with sweat and $120,000 in dreams of its foundation. "This house was our resurrection," she chokes, voice breaking as thunder mocks her plea, Greg pulling her close while the lights flicker like a countdown to blackout. No dramatic auction block yet, just the slow strangulation of suburbia in 2025, where elevated rates at 6.2% gnaw 50% of middle-class paychecks, igniting foreclosure fears that have surged 20% this year, leaving families like there's one missed commission from the curb. As the storm swells, Lisa whispers the terror no ledger logs. "How do you shield your kids from the roof caving in?" Hold the hammer, this madness isn't mere math. It's the marrow-deep dread of driveways turned to despair, where one payment pivots paradise to poverty. We'll crack the facade next, plunging into the panic, the private pains, and the precarious paths flickering through the flood. That storm swell surges into a share of siren wail piercing. Phoenix's pre-dawn quiet, where 39-year-old teacher Elena Vasquez bolts upright in her king bed, heart slamming as the eviction echo from last night's delinquent call replays her $2,100 mortgage, bloated by a rate flip to 6.3%. Now devouring nearly half her teacher's salary, turning family game nights into grim budget battles where board games gather dust beside unpaid bills. "I inspire kids to dream big," Elena gasps to her reflection in the medicine cabinet mirror, fists bold as memories flood, the day she signed for this gated sanctuary. Envisioning barbecues and bike rides, now haunted by the specter of packing boxes under streetlights if one tutor's no-show tips them over. The vice clamps crueler in Atlanta's amber-lit avenues. 51-year-old accountant Raj Patel frozen mid-stride in his sunroom, the $2,400 levy a silent assassin since rates hit 6.1%, lurking like a shadow that steals sleep, his wife's hand trembling on his shoulder as their college-bound daughter whispers from the stairs, "Dad, why do you look so scared?" Raj's throat tightens, visions of their arbor-shaded escape, their forever home after years of rentals crumbling under the weight of whispers from the bank. Payment due, or possession passes. The crescendo crashes. Elena's barricades her bedroom door against the what if, imagining her students' faces if she teaches from a motel. Raj replays the call where the lender's voice cracked neutral. "Options limited," a euphemism for exile that hollows his chest. What hidden horror waits in your mailbox, the one that turns home sweet home to homeless hope? Beneath that crescendo's crash, corrosion creeps like damp rot in the walls. Not chaos, but the creeping cancer of castles collapsing from within. Lisa's corrosion coils and confessional cries to her coffee-cold mug. "I sold strangers stories of stability. Built ours with blisters and belief, now this rate's raven ravages our rhythm. Half our heart poured into payments that promised nothing but peril, the quiet quake of kids questioning, will we stay? While whispers warn of walks to nowhere. The cancer claims in Elena's mirror-mad monologues. Marrow melting, lit lessons for little ones on legacies, yet legacies? Liquefied rates like razors rending our refuge, turning teachable moments to terror tales. Fury at the fine print that filches our foundation, leaving me loathing the lock I once loved. Raj's rancors rot in reflection-ravaged reveries. Raw as reopened wounds. Crunched columns for corporations' comfort. Carved comfort for ours now. Columns crumble under climbs that choke. Suburbs sinking into silent screams. Scorning the sanctuary that strangles. Resenting the roof that robs our rest. From enclave to enclave, strained spouses stifle sobs over suppers skipped. Their grudge a gathering gale in garden grievances. The gnawing of gardens where whispers of walk away wound deepest. Legacies lost as lights dim to debt's drag. It's the agent appraising her own anguish in empty open houses. The teacher tallying tomorrows in temporary tents. The accountant amortizing agony in attic afterthoughts, familial fission offenses frayed for family. Yet from that creeping cancer, courage crackles, the clandestine craft of countermeasures conjured from crisis. Lisa's lashes a lattice of lifelines. Late-night lender liaisons yielding forbearance bridges that buy breathing room for 3 months. Woven with weekend garage sales weaving $400 windfalls into the weave, her voice steadying as she shares over tea with neighbors. It's not defeat. It's defiance. Our son's smile stays under this roof a little longer. Elena's engineers escape hatches. Community credit unions crafting refinance riffs at slimmer slices fused with freelance flash mobs online lesson links, landing $300. Weekly lifelines her journal jotting joys reclaimed. Classroom calm returns when the cage loosens. We're not victims, we're victors in the vice. Raj's rallies, rebate rituals. Home equity whispers with solar swaps slashing. $350 yearly loads. Auto audits unearthing overcharges ousting $200 burdens. His family huddle hatching hybrid hopes. The numbers bend. But we don't break our girl's graduation gift to steal this address. These aren't escapes etched in ease. They're elixirs earned in exhaustion modification maps in mortgage mazes. Sidestream squads surging surpluses through neighborhood networks. Whispers of wellness where 30% hold the line through such hidden hands in the hurt. Courage collides with colossi too colossal for craft-alone cravings. Carved to cradles like counseling cradles cushioning 30% cascades for cornered clans, or alliance arches like habitat forges fortifying 80% fortifications in frayed fronts. They harbor havens. Haven networks halting 70,000 heartaches. Affordability altars alleviating 5.8% squeezes, or ethos evolutions where 76% frame falls as forges, forging fellowship fires to fell 7.1% fevers. The haven they harbor? Harmony reclaimed a harmony where agents anchor abodes unassailed, where teachers tenure thresholds without throws, where 3951 stand steadfast. As Raj reflects in the rising sun, we ache for anchors that abide, not a braid where walls whisper welcome, not woe. If Lisa's lifeline lashed laments, Elena's escape engineered endurance. Or Raj's rebate rallied resolve raked your own rate-ravaged ribs. Let that rake rally likes loose to lash these losses louder, or laments and comments of the lifeline that's lashed your ledge lately. And if this madness's murmur mesmerizes, merge with the American Pulse menagerie, subscribe and sound the summons. We're not merely mirroring the maelstrom, we're manifesting the metal, one moving mosaic at a time. Madness morphs into elder eclipses. Imminent on the American Pulse, we excavate retirement ruin. Social security shortfalls pushing boomers into poverty lines. We'll wander wards where wisdom wanes, seniors slinging sliders for scraps the squalor you sense simmering. Surge back stoke the storm.